interest and stuff like that.
Yep.
You still need those funky resolutions, so that's kind of what that's for.
Welcome back, guys. You're getting to hear a little bit of Richard telling you guys, trying to explain stuff to me and dumbing it down. It's nice. I love it. He's making me feel not so stupid with this. He's in the background working quite a bit. We got a bunch of the new tee boxes going down. What I've noticed so far, guys, it doesn't seem to be an update. It just seems to be like if you try to do a force call on your machines, it seems as if it is not actually looking for an update. There's a branding update that fails, but events mode's live and it's ready to go, and the tee boxes are there. And I think that's right. It shouldn't be an update to anything because the tee boxes have already been on our machines for a while. I think it's just ITnet servers doing stuff that changes the tee boxes. So I'm pretty sure right at midnight you should be good to go, which we're past, and we are good to go. I got me and Richard here. You'll see him walking around in the background. He's got a bunch of other equipment setting up. Richard and I are now Payne brothers, it seems. Guy got off the plane yesterday, couldn't move hardly at all. Made sure we got him medicated up, and he seems like he's doing a lot better now. Also, sleeping till 11 tonight didn't hurt either, but whatever. So we didn't get to go out. We got Marty sleeping on the couch because Marty's already passing out because he's a 5 a.m. riser. I got Gavin upstairs doing God knows what, probably losing my dog. No, I'm good, dude. No ribs. I'm sushi'd up. So I played the first contest.
No, I think I got my trade.
So first one, Paul's. Is this Paul's 16? Didn't seem to be too big of a difference, but the pin's been lower both times. We're going off to the sides on it, though. The first game, I had hit the lip first, and it almost shot off into the water. So you got to be careful when it's coming from that angle. Thanks, Mike. Mike, I think you were being sarcastic, buddy, but how you doing? This is pretty similar, just offset to the side. It's been to this side every time. I don't know if there's another one to the other side. We'll see later. We'll have Gavin come popping down here a little bit, and we'll be good. All right, this tee box wasn't any different the first game. This game it is. Oh, Gavin's just clamoring over the ribs that we smoked. Hey, Dennis, how you doing, sir? Obviously, you're going to just have a slightly different approach on that. It looks like we're going to have a bit longer of a shot coming in most of the time, but shouldn't make the hole much harder because it's still only a right 3 break. You're not going to have too much to do with it. This was the most interesting hole change I think I've seen so far.
Now, I don't get Lucy any food.
Your salsa con queso. Yeah, she's going to be a pain in your ass with that.
Well, yeah. When I was eating the popcorn, she was diving in on
You're
that.
lucky ass.
Lucy,
Just shove her back. Don't let her get in your grill. You're giving her bad habits, Gavin. It looked like the first time I tried the 9.5 driver. Now, mind you, right now I'm playing an event setup. It looked like they're all par 4s or par 5s that are reachable. It seemed. I didn't see what the name of the events was either, though. So it might not be that. But so far, the 3 driver set's going to be pretty good for these sets of holes. The 9.5 got there, no problem. I'm going to try the 10.5 and see if it's under the trees. And by the view of it last time, it was under the trees by a mile. And it is. It's absolutely under the trees. It looks like a 3-wood's probably under that tree too. So that's you might be able to approach that a little different. I'm hurting a little, Dennis. We had a rough last 2 days. We had a blast though. Okay, this was different too. Oh, wow, that's cool, guys. Hey, gentlemen, look at this one. So this is the drivable par 5, right? But if you look, we're off to the left. The last time we were way off to the right, and it was 365 in, and it took a poke to get it there. This time, we're very low coming in. I mean, that's a very uphill shot. I don't think I can hit a no tee 10.5 at this. We're going to try that. But the interesting thing is, look right in front of us. There's a tee box out in the middle of the water. This drive, if that stays as a par 5 and puts you on that box, we could be having some interesting looks. Either that, or that's just a patch to hit to lay up. I'm not sure.
Or it's going to be casual.
Hey, well, I don't think casual changed. Casual had these ones already. I don't know, though. I'd have to look. We'll also have to take a look at a real-time Rivals.
Yep.
Look very low, though. What do you... all right, so we're going to try to pop. Yeah, we are very low. I think I can still get the 10.5 there. If I was playing Titans, and mind you, I got stouts on. I may change per course as we play them. So I might just play this events mode, and then Gavin and I will burn through and play a cycle on the new tee boxes there. And I wonder, should we set invites against both of us, like between each other?
$5 a game.
Conquer
minimum.
Plug it. Handicap.
Got him.
Dennis, I doubt the drop areas have changed. I bet the drop for this hole is still going to be on the left of the green from where we're at.
We'll find out when Gavin starts playing.
Yeah, we'll wait for Gavin. Gavin will show us shortly. Well, I might go wet right now, actually. No, it's up. Yeah, no problem. Without a doubt, we can hit a 10.5. That height's not going to make that too much of a difference.
Not when I played that events, I got the 10.5 under that tree.
Yeah, I did too. And I did it this game at the 10.5 stayed on
I hit it way too hard.
I think the 3-wood was under it without a doubt too.
Yeah, my 10.5, like I flew in the hole. Missed the putt.
It could be though, Dennis. It might be a drop area. That is actually kind of good right now.
Got the yellow corn.
Probably not the best thing to be eating while you're playing.
Miss Jill McClevich tried to hang with us a little bit last night too, and she made it till about 8 a.m. with everybody. But she hasn't left the bed today.
Well, I thought
You got a taste of gold.
you went to work or something.
No, she didn't get out of. She didn't leave the bed. She came down twice, one to get a water and one to put the plate of sushi back that I gave her.
Sometimes you just need a rest.
And also to wipe the tears that Richard made her have.
Yeah, there are tears of happiness.
Yep.
You were lying about something.
Well, she was. It's funny because she was laughing as Richard kept insulting you, and then when he insulted her, she took it seriously.
Oh, I thought she was crying about something in the past.
No. Now this whole setup, the first game, it set us up real long that I had to lay it up over where my tee marker is right now.
You did tell her I have no feelings, right?
Just below the belt, I told her that. Yeah, we are all alive. We're good. We gig like pros. We're not Minnesotans.
I wonder how those things go.
That's going to be a little rough. I might end up putting a low iron in my bag for that second shot.
Answer looked fucked up in that photo.
Good job, Mike. I'm right with you, bud. Nah, that's Gavin Keeler and Richard King, Mike.
We're gonna pimp out the fucking bunker.
This doesn't seem to be much of a change, if any. I don't really see the difference. Richard, do we have a Spotify playlist that we can use that's not copyrighted? I don't know. You don't have to do it right now. Just think about it.
Yeah, I used to, but then they changed, so I don't have an updated one. But yeah, eventually we do. It's
A little, not much different.
There is a
That fucking
YouTube.
big
It's like for
bar miss.
The pin is in a new spot though, guys. Look at how close it is.
Dude, is it on? Oh, it's on.
It's on the top tier, but it's right in the. It's always been in the middle of the top tier when it's up there.
wouldn't be able to putt that from if you got on the if you rolled down, huh?
I'm okay with.
This is gonna be a putt.
It should be a straight in putt. I'm okay with it.
Imagine if you had roll, if you roll down, you won't be able to even from the middle. I guess you could do that.
This is a much different looking hole now too. I think this is 15 on Lake Powell, or maybe.
But I mean, would you say this is easier? Or?
I gotta say this is probably easier. You got a backstop above you now, so you're going right into the upslope. So even if you're never gonna, you really shouldn't hardly ever miss this green. Even a big crosswind might hurt you some, but you have a lot more to play with.
Man, who isn't playing stouts?
I don't know. I wouldn't be on Powell. Well, I might now though. Who knows? Oh my God! And I just said you're never gonna really miss it, and then I laid off of it because I'm an idiot. That's great. Let's see. The drop zones aren't too bad. That's not really hard. What happened this morning, Fire? I wasn't here. Was Jill down here with you guys when you were playing still?
I think we were up till noon.
That's where the
No. You get passed out at 8:30.
No, the sun was out. It was hot, and I was eating my McDonald's.
Hey, I got to McDonald's at 8 a.m.
Okay.
Wait, you thought you went to bed earlier?
I thought we were up till like noon or.
This one's just a different angle coming in. You're just gonna have to play it a little bit back. But this hole's a lot easier, I think.
It got late, or it got light outside earlier.
It was hot.
It wasn't even hot when we got home. It was starting to get kind of warm, but
I was fucked up last night. I apologize to anybody on the stream who had to watch that.
I wasn't. I was smart.
Must have been ugly.
Hey Dan, how you doing, sir?
Oh, look, this is a cream puff now. Close your eyes and drive it. On each one, they've had it right there at the top right. The tee.
They've turned this one just to the tee box and the pin. This hole's immensely easier now. Boom. Oh. Another one that, wait a minute, yeah, this is not much different. The pin's just been in two different spots. It looked like before you had the left half of this green was pin placements. Now it seems like it's the right half of the green going from the front to the back, and it's just a slightly different angle. He does, Rodney. King does have a beard.
Oh yeah, I'll show it.
And Grizzly Adams does have a beard.
Oh, fucking Robert Redford.
This is actually tasty.
It's so good.
That's the best one. Next to ribs. I was actually going to try to maybe sprinkle some of that pork belly. Chop it up and put it in here.
It might be too rich.
It's delicate, yeah.
This is a little different, dude. This actually is really challenging now. Look at this.
Wow.
You got an angle coming in now rather than dealing with the straight up. And a quick crosswind. This is not as fun. That's going to require you to cut the ball a bit. Never really had to cut much on that hole, and when you did, it had a big open area, so it wasn't as hard to deal with.
You made it look really hard though.
I did? I know.
First look.
Alright, so let's get.
Design a hole got pretty basic. Gonna be a tough hole out of the pin stuck up the front. I apologize for the eating, but I don't really care if you guys are offended. I gotta eat, man. I gotta get my foods in.
Alright, so oh, it's back there. Okay, cool. Hey, yeah.
Nope. Pass me something through that?
No, you're gonna pass me.
Let's just lift it up. Just lift it up. Hey, Richard, you know there's an opening in the back right there, right?
No, I know. I just didn't want to lift it up. No way.
This turned in from a par 5 to a drivable par 4. This one we used to start on the far side over here, lay up to about here, and then go through the gap in the trees. A little bit offset wonky. We'll just go with the bite 10.5. Bite 9.5 here. And I will say this,
I thought it was further away, that's why you were against.
I might be going 3 driver bags a lot. The 9.5, 10.5, and 8.5 have come into play on all of these. The drivable par 5 specifically. Seems like we just changed the angle of this one a little bit. Actually, we're way farther back now.
Really is.
I've never had the pin tucked against the rock and it be 320s. Normally, if it's 320, the pin was at the bottom.
Favorite?
We're going to go with the 10.5. We're going to try to hit green, back it into the rock, kick it off, and go in.
Favorite?
Or maybe back it into the hill and kick off and go in, but you're right in that range. I didn't back it up enough, but right idea. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to reset the chat. This one just got a little bit longer is all I was seeing. It's just a bit farther back. I feel like I'm going to use a lot more high tees on this and float it. Nice fire. Ooh, that's fun. Who cares?
Yeah, they're good score though, right?
Nah, not really. None of these have been worthwhile so far.
I thought you were clean though.
No, I parked twice actually. That was my second park. That's why I didn't really. All right, I'm gonna I'll take a playthrough cheating real quick. Listen, that's my golden key card. Get lost. Oh. Are you done eating?
Almost. It's just feeling good on the belly.
Yeah. So far, they're not bad. I don't know if I play non-invites if we're going to get the same looks as we did, though.
Don't forget that you have to put in the Kirkland promo. Delicious Kirkland vodka.
They're not paying us.
Golden Tea TV.
No, a lot of them do. We'll just try 18 holes. I don't know. I'm not sure with the contest on these what tees get affected on. We'll see. We'll take a look and see. I really want to do events on most of these, though. No, we're going to go through all the courses, too, and get a quick look.
You're going to give somebody the map for the event. It just kicked off.
All right, hole 1, not drivable. Not even close to drivable. So we'll stick with my standard bag with this and see what changes we might need to make. That's a unique one. That one's a lot different. So 1 is not drivable though. Good night, Dennis.
None.
And Roger, I don't think it was me though. I think you didn't get much of me last night. You're talking about drunk asses, it's these guys. Why do I have a DNF on Tundra? Oh, that's the one these idiots played.
Fundra.
That's the one these idiots played.
We, for the life
Okay, guys, this is different. This is a C3 in a lot now. This opens this one up a little.
This is bullshit, man. I don't like this.
Which one?
2 on Teton.
Definitely not drivable.
This is absolutely drivable.
It's 377, Kevin.
But I mean, it's a question on if I teed up where my tee box faces me out enough to get this around. And I didn't. Yeah, I actually hit that. I got it all the way out. That might be a little bit more risky, and that might change me from using stouts on this.
I just would have made that shit.
I don't know. But I don't know if playing stats play, I'm getting the same shit as if we had prize play. I always had an issue with that. I know the drops can be different. This par 3's a lot different. That's good.
So somebody knew King was pissing in the drain.
Wait, what?
It is a little weird.
I peed in the drain. I've never showed anybody.
We all did, but how do they know about it?
Did you hear him doing it, guys?
No.
The biggest difference on this hole is that the pin's tucked in the back a lot, so you're playing a cut shot in on the second
fucked
one.
this up on the events, man.
There's two things you need to realize. The 8.5 driver, if you use that for your approach shot, it will skip the water on a fly. You don't have to play a cut in. This one, I'm just playing it around with some backspin and letting it come back in.
This way.
But so far, there's probably not much difference. It's probably not a big deal to use stouts, which makes it better. 2 was going to be tough whether I had them or not, so I'm not really worried about that and letting that influence any decisions.
If I had my way, they would have put the A1 back in the turbo A1.
A lot of people feel that way.
Test it.
Oh. All right. What was this hole before? Oh, okay, we're above this hole rather than off to the side and a long way across the water. This is a lot easier of a hole. No water to deal with now. The water should never come into play.
Oh shit.
Oh, water will never be a problem there. Uh-oh. Oh, did you? Oh, I thought you put that light behind it. I thought there was a light behind it.
This will be
Oh,
your edge
fuck,
light.
that must look so good.
But I didn't want to mess with it.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Well, it's a little bit bright.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of reflecting a little, right?
You know what you can start doing is like having
Two chicks.
having the pros, having
What? I was saying.
guest visitors sign the flag.
No, you don't. That's disgraceful, Gavin.
Oh,
You don't become disgraceful like that. That's kind of a lot easier if you don't do that. Stop! Don't desecrate a flag. Get out of my house. Go wait at the airport. You're on punishment. You're on punishment. You don't sign flags, dude. I mean, I've got my great grandpa's World War I flag upstairs in a case, and you don't sign that either. You don't put any markings on that. Maybe a plaque or an engraving, something like that, but not a you don't put a Sharpie to the flag.
He was talking about to the side.
Oh yeah, I gotcha. No, actually, I think.
putting a protective.
But I know actually,
There you
when
go.
I get-
Plastic glass over it. There you go.
even then, signing a display case of a flag, that's still desecration. In my opinion, is all that matters in the mouse basement. I think when we get one of those, he's got that poster with all of the marquees. That would be something good to have signed.
Dude,
But I'm not.
I have all my
You just have to bring a
marquees.
marquee.
I have all my marquees. I think I have from 12 up.
I'm from now or 89 up.
Yes.
89?
I collect those
Yeah.
figures. I realized real quick. I'm like, originally, I had them.
Don sent me some of the.
I surrounded my machine with
What I-
it, but then I started getting some.
The only thing I want to do is I want to get a copy of every card, just a blank copy, and make a framed thing.
That's always cool too.
And now they can do it because they're doing the cards themselves 100%. So as long as he's got the stock, he can print all the images.
Yeah, Kevin Lindsay is who you call for those cards.
Well, Kevin's upped his game. He's stepped up his game a bit. He's past that.
Yeah, he doesn't do that anymore.
What?
He ain't the card guy anymore. He can though. He's got the ability
Oh, he's
still.
probably got one in his bedroom.
Well, then you would think he'd be better at it.
Well, it's his bedroom. It doesn't get a lot of use.
He's got to catch those carders. He's got to print out a dummy card and go out undercover. Lindsay Kevin is his actual printed name.
These are all pretty different. There's not any ones that are the same. This is and then I say that, and this is identical. Pin spots in a new spot, though. We'll give it that. But this isn't going to change the way you play it.
Oh.
What do we got here? Okay, we saw this one events. Usually it's just having a layup from a different angle. In fact, this is a much easier shot because you can put it farther behind the trees and have a straighter line coming in. Still the same approach to the green, though.
Do it.
just a different angle again. And that pin's in him. Wow, that pin's a lot harder. Now, here's something you got to look at here, guys. Look at the drop off to that left side. I bet if that touches that fringe, it's going down to the bottom. So you're going to be not pulling it off that edge. Trying not to pull it off that edge very often. It's not too hard not to do because you're most of the time hitting a 5-wood or higher. So it's the backspin's not snapping it off. Hey, the first hole in one.
Ow!
What?
The door. Stepped on the
The
door.
one you beat me with last night?
Yep.
It's just getting you back, Richard.
What's up?
That was like a WWF.
This
match.
one we saw in events mode, but it is now from a drivable. It's from a 2-shot par 5 to a drivable par 4. What?
Oh no, it's
My clouds?
yeah.
Yeah. I think I might have to start smoking a lot of new weed. I think I might have to try some weed.
Reefer. We could hotbox the bunker.
Hippie lettuce. I don't think he wants to call it a bunker.
Oh, I got you. Thanks, Fire. All right, we got longer. Wow.
What the fuck is this?
This is actually pretty damn challenging all of a sudden. I mean, it's not just the cut now, but it's the cut with hammering a shot.
It's gonna be a shitty.
I will tell you this, if I was playing a match on this right now, I would actually want to play a couple shots where I lay this up. Because if I was up a stroke going into this setup right now, I'd probably lay up.
One there looks like.
No, that's not going to, I'm not going to hit. Well, I'm going to have to high tee it then.
Can bounce down.
I'd have to high tee it though, or hit a 10.5, and then I'm not. Yeah, this has gotten pretty ugly.
We've already hit that. Sometimes we hit it wrong. Oh,
Yeah, that's tough. I honestly am going to look for a layup spot on that.
Laying up?
Because, no, I mean, unless I have to, but if I'm in a match and I get to 15 and it's that setup, I'm probably laying up. Now, I could have easily just poked that hard and had a shot, a putt. Probably not even a putt. I'd be too far at the bottom. It'd be a 2-putt, but for birdie. Ooh, exciting. Okay, no, Corey, you'd have to high tee a full on that because if you hit a full at that, 1, you're turning 2 clicks right and the right trees would have come into play, and 2, the full you're not hitting. It's not. You'd have to full and hammer it a bit because that's the distance was still 330. I needed to clear the rocks. It looked like. Bless you. And I'm not really interested in hitting fulls on many holes. If I hit a full, it basically stops me from aiming. Fulls are for safety only.
Bulls are for doles.
I like this a lot better. I think this hole's much better with the. Yeah, even
Except for four dollars.
probably a high T3 would, Corey. You'd have to that 3 would have had to clear 300 to get to the edge even. I don't know. I don't think a full was an option there. I mean, it's probably an option, but I don't think it's the right option. That's going to be a much easier hole now. The problem with that hole before was since you had such a downwind, you were so much higher on it, any of those winds played a lot more. This is a better hole now. Wow, that's a much better 8-hole 18. This is a much more challenging hole 18 all of a sudden. Right? That's a much better hole. You gotta hammer that. I laid off it. I didn't know the distance with the height yet on it.
You did it with 7.
And then, see, this is why I don't like playing stats mode. There's no drop that I'd be dropped on the green on my first water ball in prize play.
So I thought that you would.
This is the end of the cheese.
Well, are you sure that you are not like red tees right now?
Hmm?
You sure you're not red tees right now? That's what I'm saying.
No.
Because that
I
drop.
played stats, though, not contests.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought the drop still played your bracket, not the tees, but the drops.
I don't know. Oh, is that another one of those mics? Is that one of the mics we're going to use?
Yeah. Well, I got 3 different types. So we're gonna try all 3.
Yeah, that wouldn't ever be the drop, though. I don't think.
King, how are we gonna get the whole out opportunity thing?
He'll make a graphic. Oh,
I want a big red button. Like,
how are we gonna drop that from the ceiling? You think?
Yeah, point it at you like this.
I'm gonna play that fucking horn thing.
We're gonna need a party to mount some shit.
I have a mountain there.
Oh, you do?
We'll put
Is it just one of those
Marty to work
kinds of
tomorrow.
things?
He's here till Tuesday.
Who is?
Marty.
Oh no.
I know we gotta get on his. We gotta get on his.
A new door up there.
Oh, he just likes doing that shit.
Yeah, dude. I know. We woke up.
Well, we went out and bought. You guys, while you were sleeping, him and I went out, got sushi. We went to Menards and got more equipment. So,
Okay, you guys were pretty. Yeah. Because
well, he's got it because that. If you notice, it doesn't shut yet because he's got it. We didn't have a tool to cut the. Which I didn't know what tool to use. That's not my forte.
Whatever.
Gavin and I are gonna set up some invites with each other right now, so we can get the tee boxes that we'll see for sure, and I know we'll be on the right ones.
White Claws. It's John Turturro.
Hey.
We don't
No white claws, no bush lights. Let me do some invites. So I'll set up a group. I'm gonna sit down while I do it, though.
Yeah, I don't know if I can do a whole cycle. I'm actually getting a little sleepy.
You're an idiot.
A whole cycle ain't gonna take too long, is it? But Coral and Castle don't have new teas.
Oh, they don't.
That's okay. No, none of the none of the remastered courses get new teas.
You sit 'em up. I'm gonna go smoke a cig. And, you guys want like anything from?
No, actually, I'm gonna go join you and sit outside for a minute. Maybe we'll get some more energy. Guys. We're gonna take a short commercial recess here.
Can anybody comment on how does the flag look a lot better with that light?
Well, it's a little too much right now.
No, it's not right yet.
That light right there is not for the flag.
Let's not make any comment. No comments yet. King's just playing, so we just want to be doing this, so we didn't just leave him down here. Yeah, give us a few minutes
You're
here.
gonna drink.
Hey, what's going on, you guys? It's King. I am just going to. You're gonna have that background music, but I'm probably gonna change a mic here. So if you hear a pop, it'll be a small pop, but it is normal. Be right back. We'll update some things for them. Yeah, so he's getting everything new. So we got a new computer and everything for him, so it could be easily produced remotely. The stuff he has right now is kind of janky to do it remotely, so this one's gonna be all geared up for that. But, they're up there doing their thing. Again, I'll be right back. think they're going to be back here in a second. They're coming. All right, so.
Thanks for being patient, guys.
That buddy of mine, Mark, who I told you was in the army.
Yeah.
He ended up driving Humvees through the desert.
I did that a lot too. Actually, I drove
What
5-ton.
vision?
I drove 5-ton vehicles out there and had to use it.
He signed up to be a cook, but he got sent over there.
Well, I was stationed in El Paso, Texas, so we were out in. We did all of our field stuff out in White Sands.
Yeah, that guy was a beast when he came back from the fucking army. And
All right.
drank a lot.
And if you're gonna type things, they're playing grab ass. Can we use proper English here?
Nope.
They are. They're. Well, no, it's the same amount. All right, so I got invites with Gavin set up for the next 5 courses.
Lucy Diamond.
All right, swipe it in, Gavin.
That's what she said.
Thanks for sticking with us. I know we're doing late. We didn't really put up much schedule. All right.
Or super early.
Super early. So we're starting on the right.
It's fucking stop time. Who did? Yeah, Pharrell.
Is this any different?
Pharrell wrote Rumchick.
Yep. That was insane, right?
Yeah.
I made these guys watch.
Teenage kid.
I don't really think the ramp's going to be good, even if I get it, but we'll try it.
Now, Outcast.
Yeah, there is.
Talk about fucking hitting gold. You know, like, we were looking for MCs.
What are you talking about?
We asked people, oh, it's a ramp. Put the word out that we're looking for MCs. And they get fucking Big Boy and fucking Andre 3000. It's like fucking,
Oh,
just
the-
won the fucking lottery.
Mhm. Wow. Ooh-ah. Paul Gavin. All right, my chushing has not been good lately, but we'll
That
try.
has been one thing I have been getting good at.
Bounced over the hole.
I hit too much club. I needed the 5. Oh well. It's still the same birdie that we both did. Yeah, John. Simply Peach, plenty of it. We've been drinking it all weekend.
Just peach. Just simply peach.
No alcohol. That Simply Peach gets you rocked, dude. Dude, this doesn't seem different, but that is a new pin.
So, let's what mic do we do with this? Okay, that is $6.
Nah.
Let's start with the cheapest mic first.
I'm exhausted too, guys, so I think we'll play the cycle out, get one look at these new ones, be ready for tomorrow.
Ooh.
Richard's going to be down here all night working, I guarantee it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, since he just woke up a little bit ago.
Yeah, that's pretty
That's my bad.
No, it was like at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, you got up at 7, and then Troy said you're going to take a shower, and you fell back asleep for another 2 hours.
Yeah, that's right, that's right.
Oh, this is a nice short. This is a lot different. Good, I like this look. So much different. Short par 3. Oh God, my joints, my feet.
I know, it's like we all wrestled each other last night or something.
No, we were at the bar I play at had a note that it was all that hard ass tile everywhere.
And those fucking rabble rousers.
That was us too.
That was.
Yeah.
I was so amused when that guy in the short shorts and the
Dude, I thought it was a joke. I thought it was a hilarious joke. They were just like,
flexing and puffing
Oh,
his
yeah,
chest.
I think they were just playing.
Hey, that's what they consider being hard in Iowa.
That was,
You
it was
are hard as
comical.
fuck. Yep. HAF. Good morning, Sean.
Okay, this will be long enough. Right, cool.
Gavin's saying he's tired. No, Richard gonna be working. He's not gonna be playing all night. He's got things to do. He's got. Are you owling every step?
Yeah. You know what? And it's not even like I need owl. I'm just used to saying owl.
Hey, when you would touch it, was it the blanket or the sheet that was doing it?
What?
When you would have it break, when it would get bad and then wake up in the middle of the night, was it because a sheet or a blanket was laying on top of it? Did it hurt to the touch?
No touch actually. Zero touch. It's all like inside, like everything to the core.
Well, I get, but any little motion though then hurt, right?
Yeah, motion. Absolutely.
So with when it happened in your toe, the blanket, like a blanket or a sheet, was too much of it to move, and it would hurt that bad.
Oh wow. Yeah, mine's like it's all like inside, like deep.
No, this is just a new tee box, guy. New tee. Tee box is the same. It looks like. Haven't had a pin up top right before. Yeah, Steven. If Richard was going to come down there for the weekend, if he was coming down for the weekend, you wouldn't see him till next week with how Richard flies. If we sent him from here tomorrow, you'd see him next Monday.
Yeah. I miss you.
Lucy, what are you doing?
Got me a pole, got me a stand.
I learned from Luna in a tournament that's actually speeds up the game when I don't put you in because you're going to shoot up.
Well, it doesn't speed it up or slow it down. But all right, this is just a little bit farther left of a tee box. It looks like. New pin. Look at that pin on the front.
Take that up.
Oh, you going up?
Oh yeah, you got to transfer it up.
Maybe it'll stop Lucy from staring. Right,
Yeah,
Lucy?
that's what I
Lucy, you've been a pain in the ass. I know, there's a lot of food laying around.
Oh, that's the rumble.
What?
The rumble.
Wow.
Why not?
Lucky.
Oh shit!
What?
I thought I had the putter.
It's a good shot, though. Oh, God. Oh, I thought I just put it in the water.
Baby's arm came out.
That was in my penis.
I'm gonna go watch that Black Monday.
Oh,
Is that on Netflix?
I don't remember. No, it's showtime. I don't remember, John. I had a lot of moves back then. I lost them all. The sleeper? Did I call it the sleeper? I'm waiting for Gavin to start missing putts. They're getting close. All right, this is the shot. This is a bit different. Look at this. Look. That's ugly. I can't get that there with... I can't go straight at that, I don't think. It's too high up for the 8.5, and even if I do get it up there, I think I'm going way over. So what I'm going to do is try to pop this out of the bunker. I don't know if I'm going to try to pop it out by going with a C3 or if I'm just going to hit a straight high tee to the right side of it and have it kick up. That's not fun. We're going to have to hit a C3. Yeah, that's a problem, though. I'm having problems with C3s. That didn't really work. That's too low coming in. 10.5 high might. It could. It's close. He caught it good with a little cut. Yeah, he was there. Yeah, that would have been fine. I keep thinking the first time I played it with that back box, it was 365 in it. I don't think the 10.5 I would have gotten there. This is interesting. I think a lot of the times I'm going to be skipping up the driver. I don't think with the driver, the water, if it hits the water, it's still kicking up, so it doesn't really matter.
Just did it there with bite. I had bite on that.
Yeah, it won't. You're not worried about not kicking over the water. Oh, look at this guy. You're up.
Oh shit! Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
No biggie. Just put it to the tip of the fairway right down there. Oh, my knees. Oh, Lucy. Good ball, Kevin. I didn't think that was getting over. I always just put it over here, though, because then I get a... See, it offset even this, but it's offsetting this for a reason, and this reason's okay in my book. It doesn't think the club head's getting over it. I don't know. We'll just see. We'll see. I mean, you can call it ruined, but it just is a different hole.
You're up. You're honors.
How did I just lose another stroke? You missed my putt, not yours.
Yeah, that's why I was apologizing.
Oh, God. You're in a handicap money, and you're missing my putts. It's still your honors, though, because you're up.
Your honor, your honor.
Jesus, Gavin. I said I was waiting for
No
it.
gambling at Bushwood.
I didn't remember you to. I didn't mean for you to do it.
Nutted that. Fucking probably kick me out of the bunker.
No, you're never getting kicked. It's not a bunker either.
I'm a bunker bitch. Is what I am.
Ah. Yeah, sometimes it is, John. And sometimes shitting in someone's refrigerator is good, too. Especially if they have an Aaron Rodgers jersey hanging next to it. Or on the wall.
This is basically the same. What?
It's a little easier. Well, you know what's fun? No, you can't get it there.
Dude, yeah. Well, yeah. But before you had to get it around the trees.
I know. I thought it was a straight shot at it.
It's a good option.
No, it's not. You can't get there. It's 400 away. You're making me look bad, Gavin, with the being tied with you. I look terrible.
It's gonna be alright.
Just trust me. Ball sack. John, are you still at work? Nuno's probably telling you that it speeds up the game by him putting his own because it fucking didn't want you to miss any of his putts anymore. He's probably lying to you. All right, so with the side box, this hole gets a bit easier because it's not going to be as much of a elevation change on either way. So this is actually probably an easier hole now. As Kevin just proved. Hi, lads. How you doing? I don't know how you went wrong with that. That looked good.
See how that broke on the bounce?
Oh, yeah, it's a left 5. Left 7.
Jesus Christ.
No, I knew Bar decided to
Hells
close it
no.
at 10 a cut for the first week or two. Are you with Patty, too? My eyes have been working perfectly the last couple days. I don't know why. All right, so this pin is kind of nice. This pin's gotten a lot tougher. That pin being up top is going to leave this to be a lot, quite a bit more of a challenging putt. I can't just float it to the bottom and be safe anymore. So going over the top, you're going to have to worry about. You got to worry about going between the trees. This little change of the pin spot makes this hole a lot more interesting. Also, just making a point of it. It doesn't look like much of a change there, but that hole just got a lot more interesting with that pin being up top.
I mean, yeah, you're going over the trees.
All right, so 15. This is there, no problem. Now, what are we hitting?
Wow.
I hope this is like this more often than not. That would be nice. I like this. So the high tee.
I'm doing high T10 now. Just on there.
Yep. I'm just thinking distance-wise. I should have backed this up on the box, though. I just messed up a little bit. So it's just, I got to try to take. No, you got to murder it still.
Well, you did a cut.
Yeah, but it shouldn't have taken off much. I'm just tired. That really should be there, no problem. I just tried to dumb it down, take off a bit on it because I wanted to move it to the back of the box, and if I would have hit that full straight, I would have flown that green.
You could get there without it.
I'm sure there'll be some setups you could,
I
but
didn't hit mine that hard.
it's not about the distance on that. It was the height. So my distance was fine on that, Gavin. It was because the cut, it was too low. When you cut it, it loses height. All right, so that's an easy one. Now we'll have to see if that one stays drivable every time.
Is there physics behind that? Well, I missed my.
No, well, you missed your putt, but I watered it. Oh.
I got
A long par 5 turns into a short drivable par 4.
Yeah.
So this is kind of cool. Oh, you were way left.
Yeah.
This is the one you'd go to that patch of grass in the top sometime, or you'd try to get out here. Okay, this is a lot more interesting of a 16th hole.
It's up 6. Oh, wait. Murder boner. God, hillbilly. Oh,
Good shot. That was a good ball.
is there like a drop in elevation?
No, it's about the same. A little bit down, but not much. It's not going to be too hard of a look, I don't think, really, ever, though. And you know what? Now we're tied. Now you're back to the legit. I'm not.
That's easy.
You're getting.
We're not going to do the math.
Well, but no, it's an event. Yeah, we'll pay you. No. Your honors, though.
That's.
I thought we were on the honor
I
system,
think it was my last
which there's none.
Lucy, sit down.
You're gonna need more toilet paper.
What?
You're gonna need more toilet
We're going to need a bigger
Do
boat.
we?
No.
We're going to need a bigger
But
boat.
the funny thing is, we didn't go out and we weren't preppers. We just always buy that much. Because at Target, you buy the big roll, the full packs. If you buy 3 of them, you get like a $15 gift card where they have the
I
special.
wasn't making fun of you having too much of the big thing. That I
Yeah,
was
you
doing
got
so
the
much.
Costco ship paper in there.
I don't get the Costco paper.
What?
No, I get Cottonelle or whatever. But fucking come on,
Well,
dude.
I just knew that you got Mountain's got very high quality ship paper in his house.
Yep.
It's an insult when people have single ply.
Yeah.
I don't.
That
Single
stuff on the
play.
boats every time. I throw it because my dad would buy so much for the boats, but he would use the same stuff for home.
Oh no.
And that is the worst.
Now, I have to say, I do spend too much money on stupid name brand or higher quality shit than I should.
Yeah, sometimes.
Well,
But that
it's your
those are-
asshole that we're talking about.
Oh, yeah,
you
it's
know?
not-
This is
I'm
serious
more
business.
concerned about your asshole, dude. We gotta keep that thing nice. I bought the best bleaching kit that I could buy for you, though.
Shit. Let's get on it.
past that.
Oh, that's gonna go off.
Okay, we got
My name's
opportunities
Gavin.
here.
I'm an idiot.
You kind of.
All right.
Gavin owns like factories and stuff. Makes it a little bit.
Well, yeah, idiot factories. Pumping that shit out by the fucking pound.
That was a very, very hard one.
Fucking shit for brains.
He's talking about. Boys.
Oh no! Oh no!
Kevin really wasn't ever that good at this game.
I don't know if they've noticed too, but I also keep
That one goes off.
I also keep a
Jesus.
preparation witch
Christ.
hazel wet wipe too.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Oh, they're great, dude. You have those bad nights after drinking. That's helpful.
I was gonna say anything. I was like, all right.
No, but they're not for hemorrhoids. They're for just medicated wipes.
All right.
Oh no, Gavin just tanked. That's a $10 win for the mouth.
Who was it?
Oh, that's a nice drop.
Man wipes?
They're dude wipes.
Dude wipes, yeah.
Yeah, I like these better. Medicated sounds something better to me.
We were at Richmond and Tate. Martins, you gotta try these dude wipes. Fucking, and when you eat, places that can do things. And toiletries that were.
Really escalated quickly on my end.
I've actually gotten comp free meals at fine dining places because I've gone into their bathroom and they had a single ply, and I came out pitched to fit.
There's nothing.
I was so pissed. I'm spending $300 on this meal, and you're making me wipe my ass with sandpaper. I'm not paying.
Obviously, you don't want me to come back.
I was definitely a Karen during that mode.
Let me talk to the manager.
Yep, 2 runs will score. And then there was one time too that it was so bad, the paper was so bad that they had an attendant. I asked the guy to give me a towel. I then just left it there. Yeah, I'm classy, but I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I pay top dollar to go to a place. I'm getting top dollar everything there.
Why? Who even makes single ply? If there's one thing you should burn down or blow up.
RV paper, boats, that stuff. People with septic systems.
Yeah, exactly.
But even they now, the thicker paper, the better paper can work on those still too.
But then they're stupid expensive.
What, the septics?
The good paper that still
Breaks it down.
Yeah.
Well, it even says those wipes are good. Dodge. It even says those wipes are good for septics too. They're fine. So. There we go. That's a win. Sorry about the loss, buddy. All right, hold on. This is probably not going to be drivable anymore, is my guess. It certainly doesn't look like it. But for stouts, not drivable is never a bad thing. Oh, you joined at the right time. We were just talking about shit, Paul.
Come on.
Assholes and shit. Enjoy it. You guys, with this 2 win, as long as I get it almost straight, it's straight with stouts from that dirt. I'm playing a lower lofted club coming in. So I can lead, as long as I'm really close from that dirt, I'm ripping this in. It's almost like a chush then, but it's not a chush because I'm hitting it full.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he got the points, but I feel like I might hold this out. And of course, it's a 9 wood. Eat shit.
I must break you.
Told you, I wasn't gonna give you any.
I don't remember, John. I really don't remember that. Oh, okay. What is this? A no house look at this? I don't have a house to hit over.
It's looking pretty good.
Oh, wow.
But once again, though, why wouldn't you line this up at the pin then if I have no obstacle in front of me? Silly. Ooh, that thing snapped back hard. I was expecting a softer bounce going forward.
Shit heavy.
It's a home edition, so the arrows should still be there.
The what?
The arrows?
The arrow balls?
I think on the home edition, they're
I
there.
think only if you own them. They own some. I don't know. No, that's only an event. So I don't know when.
Well, it used to be like that, what you were just saying. But I think the home editions too have them.
Well, there's sets of clubs like people that were.
Now back with
Well, now with events though, people that. So if I play home edition, all the clubs are there.
Right.
If I play events, I only have access to the clubs that I own.
Okay, so it does. Okay.
Because it's a commercial. Yeah, it's just like balls and tees.
Yeah, it's in
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Howitzer. That's in my card away.
Now I remember, John. Oh yeah, do I remember? Those were the days.
What do you want to do without Howitzer?
Those were the days.
Oh,
Now, X.
I think
reading the chat well, not
I know. I'm trying to think. I think I know who you're talking about.
not noticing anymore. Well, my eyes are working fine again now. Marty and I were talking about it too. Mine was a pressure thing, and he said his doctor said it was like some sort of muscle issue behind the eye, not his eyesight.
Diabetes or something?
Shut up! I don't have the diabetes.
Blood pressure?
My blood pressure is actually phenomenal.
But I mean, those are things.
The pressure, the barometric, not the there's a different pressure in your eye that they talk about.
Let's see.
Mm.
Oh, cool.
John, did you ever get to do things with her butt?
Ass play.
That's. Oh, there she is. Finally, Jesus.
You got a camera that cuts off about 20 pounds, maybe 30? I was expecting.
Camera puts on 10 pounds. So how many cameras?
How many cameras are you on here? I just had a baby. What, for breakfast? Was it delicious?
Yeah, that's angle. It's all about the angle.
Angle of the day.
Oh yeah, shit, I forgot about this guy too. Hell yeah.
Do I need to go buy stuff to mount things?
No. It's just a.
Well, is there anything better? I mean, would mounting certain things be better?
But we'll find out if it has to be in a certain area. We'll just not care about the limitations of the mount, but more the placement, and that's where we might need rid of some. That would be better. I doubt it. I mean, these things, you have like the perfect.
Hmm?
You're like the perfect ceiling for this stuff. That's
Well,
why.
because we can go way into it. Right?
Yeah, and then you can also just that's why studios always have those bare top.
I should just do like a black spray up there, like one of the
Foam.
for insulation.
Well, no, for sound installations.
Well, that's
Foam
wouldn't
double
that be
walls,
the same insulation.
Well, no, because one's more thermal, the other is more.
No, I didn't. I meant for insulation.
yeah.
But what you're saying is still insulation.
Sure. So, acoustic.
John Totero. He's a funny man, everybody.
Is he still working the same bar?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they were not open for quite some time.
Right.
Yeah, remember we were talking to him last night.
No, I know. I couldn't remember.
Wow, bad ball. There you go, get it.
I couldn't remember what place he said that he was at. I know the same one.
Good thing. No love lost. Oh, good bounce for you. It came out of the bunker. Boom. Eat it. Oh, I double barreled you on that.
Fuck.
Right when he's
Thought that was fucking good. Double barrel.
He's got. You got double barrel.
Oh,
I double barreled you. You got smoked.
Nice.
Good way.
Fired you up. Oh, what's this? No different. Oh, they gotta go the way I've always gone now. Oh God, that gave me a head rush. You have to go the way I always go anyway, so not a big difference. There was no butt stuff involved.
So that we can remember.
Sorry guys, we're a little tame. We overdid it the last couple days.
We did it just right.
I'm tired. Well, we had an extra day of this though, Richard, remember?
Why are they
it's-
offsetting me on this shit?
Oh,
Where
don't
the
get
fuck is
started.
Kevin Lindsay at?
Don't get started.
Can I complain about this?
Yeah.
Is he listening?
There's a forum.
Oh, jeez, that would be horrible.
Yeah, the offset looks. But on that, I'm not upset about the offset look. It makes sense. So for the approach shot, if it doesn't think you can get over with the club that has the distance, it should offset you, right? It never wants to give you the game like
I thought they always did it on the like on your shot, but now you drive.
Well, on the tee shot, it's offsetting you every time because it's never pretending that you can. It's putting the ball out to the fairway. It's aiming me to the longest club out to the fairway, right? But in all actuality, there's no time in your life that you would ever be aiming a ball to the fairway, and you do have a club that has the distance and the height to get over this, so they should be lining this up with the
Are
pin.
they lining it up with stock?
No, not at all. No, not at all.
It's all about the casual player that probably line it up for it.
No, not at all.
Okay. That would make sense, or kind of.
No, it's not. It has nothing to. Honestly, it's not to make it harder or not. It's a logic issue in the game.
Oh no, I was thinking easier because I'm thinking of a casual player.
No, I know, but that's the thing. It's not. It has nothing to do with easy or hard. It's a logic issue telling because if I prove this right, if I tap this off the tee right now,
that's what I was saying.
it lines it up
For the
next shot.
And that's what I was thinking that the only time they were trying to line it up was on the shot, not the tee box.
Right, and they line it up off the tee box on par threes.
I wonder if there's no fairway then. That means that.
I guess, yeah, but really half of these ones they're not lining you up to a fairway either on. I showed Kevin. He should talk to somebody and see if they do. If it's an easy fix for him too.
I'm just wondering. I'm trying to think.
But it's like there has to be an if par four line up here to do this.
Well, that's what I was wondering about the fairway thing with the par threes. It's not
No
landing
fairway,
the
so it has to aim it at it. Yeah. But if you look at that, but if you give the same, the thing is though, that doesn't make sense to me because if it's the same exact distance shot, but I'm on my approach shot with the same exact line, it should not line me up at the pin then too.
Right.
Yeah. But that's not the case. I did not say funky butt loving. Oh God, guys. All right, this is short, but it's. Oh, I thought they'd put us on the other side on this for some reason.
Yeah, what do they do tee boxes look like? Are they just square or like?
It depends. There's some square, some circle.
So remember.
There you go. Nice ace. Oh, I was wrong. You did not.
I close.
Lucy, you're being nice now.
Did you play South before, Gavin, or are you just starting to now?
It's my business.
Okay. That's fair.
Not what the heck is different here, guys. That's pretty boring. The most boring hole in the game. I would hope they could throw a different tee box look at it to make it boring. I want a boring one. I want a boring one. I want a boring look from a different angle on
It's
this
one of
one.
them boring as fuck par fours.
Now we did get excited when we started trying to do what Daly was doing.
At the streets, if
Yeah.
you hit
He was
just
getting those
right, you can
bounces.
drive this. Not. There's one look you could drive. Whoa. What's that?
Lucy.
Oh God, I thought I like a pager or something. My phone's vibrating.
Gave you the Pentecost laugh.
T-bone.
Ooh, come on. Where are all the white women at?
Where the white?
Oh, Glenn.
I don't actually need a place. That was more rhetorical. Oh, this is longer. That's what she said.
Is that a light too?
It's a flash.
Oh.
It's a beauty dish.
What are you gonna do with the flash?
Oh no, I gotta take pictures of it.
Oh.
For
Look,
crop art, for posters, for all kinds of shit. Your
Nice.
stupid world post this. God, it's awful. We can redo that.
You think it's god awful?
Yes.
The one that you got on here with the sticker video,
No, I know it sucks too. So we got.
you think it sucks?
It's.
The quality might not be great. The pose of the man is amazing. All right, I think this changed.
Yeah, and actually, your post for the world isn't bad either. I was just talking about more of the lighting.
But isn't that all they were doing there? And they had the lighting set up?
It was horrible. No, I mean that picture. I don't know because all the cutouts were really bad. So I don't know if they were taken from video or what. Did they line you guys up and take pictures?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that was like their only job.
it was. You don't see what I'm talking about here.
It was Kevin Lindsay?
Oh, I don't know.
Kevin Lindsay was taking.
Smells like Kevin Lindsay.
Oh, was it?
Well, I'm just kidding. They had the professionals there. I thought.
I don't know. Yeah. I
Mm.
figured Sean or someone would. Yeah, because the people that did the stream were different.
Oh, I think it was an IT person that
yeah,
did
I
it.
think it was Sean. But it's whoever. Actually, no, the guy's got a pretty good camera.
All right, we got a 2-stroke advantage. We're coming down on the biscuits. Okay, this actually is pretty freaking tough.
I gotta get you two together. I'll get you.
This is pretty tough, guys. This actually got.
Gotta get my mind right.
I'll make you look good. Just have your eyes open.
That's actually a really cool look now.
Yeah, I don't mind the pose and everything that you had.
Oh, yeah.
So much. Yeah.
We're not doing that tonight, though.
Oh, yeah, I
This is
know.
fucking bullshit.
You can line it up for a straight
I
shot.
don't know if I like it.
I need
Okay.
to get
I'm gonna try this.
I need to get one outside.
All right, guys, just so you can know, the thing he just did there is not the right shot. Don't ever do that.
What do you do? Because I might do it. Or I might have to. What'd you do?
We did have permission for my friends to have dice scales, but I could not. He did not make a beagle. I had to play mine and lined it up and had this much gap between the two silos on that hole. But I had to fight a 14 crosswind. So that hole is challenging now. This has gotten easier. You just knock it up. No tee ever required, so save those tees, guys. Don't use your gold bars and buy the tees.
Oh, yeah.
Wrong game.
Yeah, you gonna do that again?
Yeah, I'll go for next. I stopped this week. I blew up too many good rounds, and I would have had to play all weekend, all 10 games, and I didn't have time. We got 8 weeks for it.
So it is.
We'll watch Kins and Gossett battle it out. It's amazing watching the arcade guys just take over mobile.
Who would have thunk?
Who would have thunk that playing Golden Tee on any platform, the best of the best is still the best of the best?
I love it. I love it when I was reading
Jesus,
the
I'm throwing
forums.
away, paying off like a fucking slot
I
machine.
think I was reading the forums for mobile, and some of the guys, they don't know anything about the Golden Tee world, the other world and stuff, arcade world.
No, I know. That's
So
why I
when
started.
they got tipped off about Kinsler and MTV. Woo!
Did they? And then
Yes, and they're, oh my god, dude, that's yours. Watch it. Kinsler.
Okay, guys. Fun times. Fun times.
Fuck.
Okay, this is
Let's
now
go
a shot.
through that bitch.
Honestly, I don't see a way I shouldn't do that.
Go
Ever
through the
fix-
tunnel. Funnel.
Now, see,
Blind tunnel.
okay, it would have been a great fun hole, but they didn't line you up with the whole of the building. There's no sense in this. This doesn't make any sense.
Oh, Kevin Lindsay.
Absolutely, Kevin Lindsay.
Wait, if it's they couldn't, right? They couldn't catch it because now you could do every degree.
On
What
what?
would it be the offset of degree? So
How can I do every degree?
no, I'm saying you can in casual though.
Oh, in casual, absolutely.
I know.
yeah.
I'm just wondering if that's also the mix up.
Barnes
It's the
not in play
closest
though,
one.
because it's too close.
I'm trying to think logically, like how, because they didn't program it to make it not work that well or like that. There has to be some.
It's a mistake,
Offset
and
limitation
no
of
one's fixed it yet. It's just like the par 3 on there's a couple par 3s in the game now. The Castleshire part, the first par 3 in Castleshire, or second one maybe, is offset every time. There's now Indigo Hole 3 is offset every time, and there's one on Great Wall that is now offset every time.
You should play casual and see if it's set dead on.
Yeah, if I cared enough. I should just give them the info and let them test it and fix it themselves.
And it's like,
You better fucking nut this shit.
I'm really thinking I'm going through the building here.
Oberg looking really nice right now.
It would be. A full...
you guys ever play the one drive?
The what?
Not the driver, not the, but
One
the one
iron?
drive.
Oh.
So it's a one. The one.
Yeah, this is a lot more interesting of a hole. Oh, that was it.
That was sexy.
That was it. That's the right shot. The problem is, if you hit the roof, I think this is going wet with this angle coming in every time. Nice ball. Gavin just went old school with it. Went with the right shot.
I
Went
don't
the
give
same.
a fuck about my life anymore, so.
Well,
Oh, put a wider lens in it.
He could put the bounty on it if they should be lining the hole up. It should be lined up with the hole in that barn. It makes it silly. Coconut, the one on Coconut Beach was always lined up with the hole in the barn. I don't know why this one wouldn't, or the hole in the building, or the hole on Indigo, or the other one on Coconut too. The two there was always lined up that the holes were there.
So what the heck is
Okay, so now you can't go that way. You got to go out to the fairway. Go to the fairway. What are you doing? Turn left twice.
that shit?
Why would I want to go there if I could go to the fairway though? Look, they made the fairway accessible now. Maybe not as accessible as I'd hope. It will be on a lot of looks though, guys. That fairway's gonna play a lot easier now. No difference. Different P spot though.
With stouts. Doesn't play any different. Never do backspin.
Like, oh god.
We got recorded.
Look at Gavin. Getting all excited, dude. Look at him getting all excited. That could be a whole lot of opportunity sign that pops up. Call out opportunity, we'll fucking display that Gavin dance before we hit it.
That was Yokozuna, actually.
It was a Gavin dance. There wasn't. He's better than me, guys. He can hole out and I cannot. Look at that, guys. He's made up all these strokes the last couple holes.
Holy, look at that.
Don't worry about it.
Ooh.
What am I at a fucking spelling bee or math fucking competition? We're having fun over here. It's not too arithmetic and shit if we don't have to.
He mumbles. Whoa. I don't think I can tie that on. The camera.
Oh, the camera.
Yeah, I don't think it's it might be.
That's not good at all.
I didn't know.
I was going to try to
Not
invert.
good at all.
I don't know if I tied it down.
Did you wet that?
Yeah, I was getting a little
You
fucking
dumb son of a bitch.
getting greedy, and I really thought if I hit it soft, it would go down.
Gavin's so good, he doesn't want to break YouTube, John.
No, yeah, John.
He can't send shots like that to YouTube.
that's
Come on.
really-
Oh, come on.
Now that they can,
I got
now that they allow
Doesn't
pinging
even get my
from
rocks off watching
the
that.
home edition, they should allow you to send goddamn YouTube shit.
Now that they allow what?
That you can pay through home edition. You know, because they don't set up for that. That was the biggest excuse before.
That was just
No, I
horrible,
think the
though.
biggest excuse
Why
is
did
they
I have
don't
to
want
drink
send
that?
them every problem that they have.
Getting greedy as fuck.
And then,
Oh,
God, that's hilarious.
oh my god.
When you do
Greedy as fuck.
God damn.
that, you have to do most of your break. You know, all we have to do is just
Trying to
record
hold
the
shit
session
out
of you doing
Like a
that.
crazy
During your breaks.
motherfucker. Oh,
That
wait,
that will be the break.
Yeah, we don't do it. I know that we're not supposed to cuss. Like a crazy mother scratcher, just trying to hole out something I got no business doing. This is high tea. Tea bite. Can I clear that whole thing? Why not? Sure. Why not?
Ah!
I'll take it.
Yeah. We got he's in,
Can I bury this bone,
he's
King?
inverted.
Do you think?
He's in.
Because I was inverted.
I wanted to try to play
Shit,
around
this is
it.
a fucking chip.
What is different about this? Where are we?
Yeah. Well, there's that big ass fucking thing straight in the way.
What the hell though? What is this shorter?
Long? Well,
Oh,
I don't, it
That's
looks
cool.
distance wise it's the same though.
Yeah.
We're farther right is all it is.
that's straight at it.
I don't know. Is it straight at
I get a high tea 10.5.
with 15 in your
with
face and
and
stouts,
it went
this
too
is
far.
thick.
But it definitely cleared it straight ahead. Didn't even think about that fucker.
That's where you're.
Yeah, structure.
That's what makes stouts beautiful.
well, but now
That 50 mile an hour.
well, so yeah, that 15 mile per hour wind in my face, but when it's a 15 mile per hour out, I can't see
You can't be.
because I still have to high tee it to make it. I think you won that one, Gavin. I think you're
some strokes on that. I'm keeping my handicap low.
25. I think you beat me by points.
Yeah, because you're 29 right now, right?
I might be too. Ooh, that's the thing. You tanked the Thunder game.
I didn't take it.
Yeah, you kind of. Well, you didn't tank it as bad as he tanked his, but
I think it just quit, right? Oh no, yeah, that's right. You said it was still there.
it was still there. I came down, I hit one shot, and then saw the scores. I was like, nope, I'm 29.16.
We were doing something.
But did I go up there or down?
I think we were doing polls of like people could tell us what shots to do. We got to do.
I don't believe that one bit.
So you hit it
Change
once
my
with your
name to
nose.
Mr. Sandman.
No, you're getting more than that. You're getting 5 strokes. You might have won the first game now that I think about it too.
Yeah, this is just a vacation. I don't want to do any math and arithmetic. Just that's what it
That's
is.
not how I roll, man.
All right, one is going to be a lot harder of a drive shot.
It's not how I roll.
I don't know if it's there
I
ever.
think I can nut this.
My God, it hurts trying to hit A1s and C3s and hammer the ball right now. My joints and body are just killing me.
That was a good one.
Hey, that fucking ran close there.
What's that?
Got pretty close.
Yep.
Let it shut down.